Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a general reading about what is my money energy, what's going on with my money. So we are including questions of what is my money energy, how can I get more money, do I have good money karma, how can I get better money karma, and am I high vibrational when it comes to money. Readings are timeless. Timestamps are in the pinned comments. Decks are in the description box. I do have a link to my Instagram for free tarot layouts, as well as information on Fiverr and Etsy where you can get personalized readings. And I also started a Kik group where you can stop by and I pull cards and interact, and it's actually really fun. On my channel, if the camera zooms in, we pull a clarifying card. Today we are pulling clarifying cards from the Mystic Monday Tarot. We also have what's in the box, which will be revealed at the end of the video. So the end of the what's in the box is good for your intuition. Intuition is really important on my channel. You have to make sure that the information that you take is actually for you. So you have to know yourself well enough to be able to say, oh, that's not mine, and leave it there. And if you want specific information that's for you specifically, then you'd want to get a personalized tarot reading. So today we have three things here. We have three piles. We have beauty, sweet, and gentle. So we are going to get started. And we are going to start with the people who chose the word beauty. So we have, what is my money energy? How can I get more money? Do I have good money karma? And how can I get better karma? And then for the, am I high vibrational about money? We're going to use the pendulum. So what is your money energy is pulling up as contract? So that's basically like, there might be, I read this thing the other day that was talking about how you can take a vow of poverty in another lifetime, and that vow, because you've made it as a soul, will follow you into this current life. So if that's something that you want to change, Steve Noble, I talk about him a lot because he's actually amazing, has some really good things about cutting ties and going back into past lives and, changing what you want to do in the Akashic record. So that's something that I would look into if you do not enjoy your current financial state. How can I get more? We have the Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, and unnecessary worry. I work for myself. I have a business that I run. This is something that I do on the side because I really enjoy it and I like helping people. And so one of the things that I do personally is I say I plant money seeds. So I'll send out an email to somebody, or I will, just do whatever my business needs. And I try to use the feng shui thing of doing 27 things to move the energy. Money is energy. If you want it to move into your life, you have to energetically move your abundance, move your things around in your life. So, there might be some of the things that you could do to have some action is by working on the contract that you had in your past life or anything you've done in this life. So, do you have good money karma? Says maybe. Love. More compassion is needed to find an answer. So, one of the things I find in the pick a piles, if the maybe comes up, it usually means there's like two groups of people watching. So, for some of you, you have good karma and some of you don't. And you'll have to use your intuition to find out which fits for you. So then, how can I get better money karma is pulling up as justice. Fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and stand up for your beliefs. So the way that you're going to get some even better money karma is by finding out what you believe, because some of you are vibrating at a lack. So some of you are like, oh yes, I'll get money, and then you're like, oh no, nothing ever good happens to me. Like, you're going back and forth. You're not grounded firmly in what you believe about your finances. So let's find out if you are highly vibrating at abundance. Like, are you high vibrational about money? And when we use the pendulum, if it lands on the yellow, which is ask a friend, then we'll use the yes, no, maybe tarot, or excuse me, I always say tarot, oracle, to get further information. So, because we want to know if you vibrate high when it comes to money, if you have like positive thoughts about it. Okay, so it went, oops, wow, that's so funny. This one just popped right out. No doubt, your unwavering faith has made things go in your favor. Some of you, I feel like it changed when you got this energy card here. So, All right, well, that is where you are financially and in your abundance. I would love to hear what's going on. I would like to hear if some of you have a business that you're thinking about starting and how that's going. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and go to the end of the video to find out what is in the box. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so this is for the group that chose the word sweet. We have your financial energy, how you can get more abundance or more money. Do you have good money karma? How can you get better money karma? And then we'll do, am I vibrating high when it comes to money on the pendulum? So your energy is healer of the ages. So when I think of Jesus, I do think of like miracle worker, and I think of him like the loaves and the fishes, where he was providing for people. He did have a definite feeling of abundance because his needs were always met. So you never really feel Jesus had millions of, you know, dollars, or I know they didn't use dollars, but he had millions of coins, and he had all this money in the world. Well, not really. I mean, he was actually hanging out with fishermen, and they were on the low end when it came to like finances, but at the same time, whenever he needed anything, he had like that whole I am the healer of the ages, I am the magician, I can get into that energy. So I think that um, for you, your energy is like, oh, I know whenever I need it, it shows up. I'm a miracle worker, I'm a magician. So, how can you get more is pulling up as the King of Water, which is the King of Cups. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work. So, the way that you're going to get more money is by giving away money, by giving money back. So, you see some of these like huge corporations that have billions of dollars, they're donating a lot of money in it. And for some, it's just because it's a tax write-off. It's like making you more money by giving more money, and that's what the government even wants you to do. So really, the way that you're going to be able to go forward and get more abundance in your life is by being even more charitable than you already are. Do you have good money karma? Yes, obviously. If you are paying attention at all, you know the answer is yes. And I kind of felt that up here. You kind of have this energy of like, yeah, I know that my needs are always met. I'm very abundant. So then this is how can I get even better karma is 10 of fire, 10 of wands. Too much work, accepting help from others, life is out of balance, and stress-related health concerns. Those of you who are in this pile have worked very hard for the money that you have. I feel like some of you are like lawyers and doctors, things that take a lot of school time, a lot of energy and effort to be in them. So part of the way that you can get better money karma or money energy coming in is just by taking a rest and realizing that, if you can have all the money in the world, but you don't have good health to enjoy it, have you really been successful in finding happiness as a human? All right, so this question now is if you are vibrating high or vibrating in a positive way when it comes to finances. If it lands on the yellow, which is the Ask a Friend, then we ask the Yes, No, Maybe Oracle deck. So I'm just shuffling, and one of the cards just popped out. So let's see if it. I always feel like it lands on yellow a lot. So let's see if you are vibrating high. Did you see that trickiness? So the card that popped out was Yes, Shirley. Proceeding down the path is highly recommended for you. So you are very highly vibrational when it comes to money. You understand how money is created and how to get money. So basically what you need to do is take a little bit of an opportunity to relax, and money is just going to flow to you even abundantly. You don't need to work hard to make money. You just need to be happy to make money. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Please be sure to subscribe and like and share and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. And also don't forget to go to the end to find out what is in the box. All right. So this is for the third group that chose the word gentle. This is your money energy. This is how you can get more money. This is if you have good money karma. how you can get better money karma, and then we will use the yes, no, or maybe pendulum to find out if you vibrate high when it comes to money. So your energy financially is victory. So some of you have been working really hard uh, to get your finances in order, to have a budget. You've been reading books. You've been um, setting a budget and uh, changing things in your life where you had kind of felt like, oh yeah, um, I'm not as abundant as I want to be because I haven't been focused on it, and you've been getting victory over your finances. So, how you can get more money is pulling up as the Chariot. An important achievement, self discipline, and willpower, public recognition, which really goes into that the thing about victory, which is self will or self discipline and willpower. You've really stopped being frivolous. Um, One of the things about self care that I've really learned when it comes to money is that sometimes doing the thing you don't want to do right now so that your future self can be comfortable is self love. So you are really finding a way to say, hey, I love me, and I'm going to set aside that money and be disciplined so that I don't have to have a feeling of like, oh no, how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? So, do you have good money karma is pulling up as no, not possible. It's out of your hands. The universe says this goes against your life purpose and goals, which is conveniently being clarified for us already. So, let's see what's going on with that. I feel this is a past, present, future of your finances. So in the past, you had the reverse wheel of fortune. So the reverse wheel of fortune is about having bad luck. There were just some things that happened to you where it was just out of your hand. It says, it is out of your hands. The universe says this goes against your life's purpose and goals. Sometimes we make the life purpose of being a human and being born on the planet Earth, we make our life's purpose that we set our path to start out really hard. So I feel like some of you had childhoods where there wasn't always food and there wasn't always electricity, and you had a very rough go of it at the very beginning. From go, you were in an impoverished situation. And I feel like some of you are, I heard somebody say, no, we had money, but I think what was happening is you were not privy to the actual amount of money that your family had, and you only felt the stress from your parents, but you were kept in the dark because you were a child as to how bad it really was. So if you really look back, you're going to be able to see where things weren't always bountiful, but your parents did a good job of keeping that information from you because it's not a child's responsibility. But there was some bad luck for some of you. So then presently, your energy is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about getting rest and relaxation and recovery. So you're kind of recovering a little bit from the reverse wheel of fortune. You're saying, oh, wait, those were choices that my parents made, or my guardians or whoever made. I don't have to make that. So you've been meditating, you've been paying, you've been paying attention, you've been disciplined. So you're really doing good with that. So the future is showing up as the devil. So when the devil comes in, it's about addiction. Some of you, okay. I read this story about there was an orphanage, and these kids were waking up in the middle of the night. They weren't sleeping, and they were in this like big room. And the director of the orphanage set a table up in the middle of the room and put a basket on it and put bread in it and told the kids all night long, if you want to eat, bread, anytime you're hungry, you get up and you can go get it. And what happened was those kids just slept through the night. And it was because they had this like self assuredness of like, oh yeah, the food's always going to be there. So sometimes when you get out of the self discipline and you feel like you're losing control, it's because you go into that devil energy. So if you continue to stay in your victorious, self disciplined energy, you will continue to be prosperous. If you find yourself in this devil energy, there is something happening to your inner child that is putting them back in this place of bad luck, because there's a scarcity feeling, a lack feeling. And when we feel lack and scarcity, we do whatever we can. So, like, I have a friend who was talking the other day about how she's having an experience with money and it's not always good for her. And I reminded her, I was like, you had a time in your life where you had 4 kids that you were raising by yourself, and when you spend money, you're buying like extra toilet paper. Yeah, you're spending down to zero, but you're getting supplies, and it's because there's that fear of a lack. There's a fear. So in your rest and relaxation where you're currently in, you need to work on letting go of some of those fears. So let's see what happens if you start working with your inner child. What happened? Oh, okay, here we go. So there's 2 things that are going to happen. Those 2 cards flew out. Some of you are going to work on it, some of you aren't. Work on it. This first card is some of you who are going to work on it, and this one is those who aren't. So you'll know who you are. So the person who's working on their inner child and who says, yeah, I'm going to work on this, their experience is the reverse 2 of Wands, which is about thinking small. So if you go back in and you're working with your inner child, think big. Big, big, Roxy. Um, think about getting a lot of money. And I realized when I started working on laws of attraction, it was really hard for me to think big, because my whole life had been about, like, oh, I hope they keep the lights on. I hope there's food. Like, I had been seeing dreaming big as your basic needs being met. Dreaming big is about, like, lifestyles of the rich and famous. It's about yachts and planes and, and then, oh wow, when I said yachts, I heard some people or someone say, well, that's just frivolous, or that's just too much. And that's actually a lack mentality. If you don't think that you're worthy of it, or you don't think that, only people who have that much money are selfish, the love of money is the root of all evil. You have been given a lot of really bad money understanding. Abraham Hicks is a person who has a lot of free videos on YouTube, and I would definitely suggest listening to that, because you can change your vibration and bring the money in that you need. And then the people who don't, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is about romantic love and proposals. So some of this is about, I'm not going to go back into my childhood and look at this stuff because my parents loved me, everything was great, and you're just going to avoid it. So that's where you are. We'll just leave it at that. And then, how can I get better financial karma? We have the World. See, yeah, this is, guys, um, a time of positive change. The situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, upright. Wow, guys. Wow. Do you see this? So in your past, you had the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Was the childhood where there was not a lot going on. The way that you can get better karma is flipping that wheel over and having good luck. Now, both of those are divine because they're major arcana. This is major, this is major, this is major, and this is major. So some of you, this path is set out and it's going to go the way it goes. Some of you are going to realize that life does not happen to you, it happens for you, and you're going to take control and take the reins and change your life. But what really you need to focus on is whether the wheel is upright or whether it is reversed. You control all of it. So then we're going to look at this and say, do they have a high vibration or a positive vibration when it comes to money? And then I'm also shuffling the yes, no, maybe oracle deck in case, and this one popped right out, so we'll see. We'll put that down in case. it lands on the yellow because that's the ask a friend. Okay, so you're high vibrational, which is really funny because this came out yes too. It is destined. I just said that. It is destined. Keep focused. It has been decided. So this is your financial journey. I really look forward to hearing from you in the comments about what's going on financially. If you've already worked on changing that Wheel of Fortune and taking control, I really want to hear about that. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the things that you can do on YouTube. And then also at the end of the video, we have what is in the box. And here we have arrived. So I am going to project this on the screen in my mind for you to be able to look at it as well. And I'm going to open this box in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it was the blue gem. So if you thought of like throat chakra or blue or anything that is blue, this is what was in the box. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to working with you again.